Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Karam, board certified facial plastic surgeon. I specialize in facial rejuvenation. I help you look as young as you feel. And today's topic is in line with that overall ethos, and it's going to be about whether or not vitamin C is an essential and important part of a skincare regimen. I realize how confusing and complicated and difficult it is to understand what components you need to include in your daily regimen and what things are going to make an impact, what things are a waste of money, what things are worth investing in, etc. Let's talk about vitamin C. Let me start off by saying, first and foremost, vitamin C is an absolute must in a skincare regimen. And I'm going to break down specifically why that is in a moment. But I think before we kind of launch into an analysis, let me just preface it by saying this. There's a lot more to getting great skin than just what you put on your skin, okay? So I think a lot of people have it completely backwards. They focus on the lasers and the devices and all that other stuff that's out there as a starting point. Then sometimes they're on these very haphazard daily skincare regimens, and they barely do good sun protection, and they don't have necessarily great diet and exercise daily routines. So let me just help provide a framework. The skin is an organ. It's the largest organ in the body, and it's a reflection of our overall health. So the foundation of great skin starts with great health. And that comes down to some basic things. Living a healthy lifestyle, not drinking a ton. Alcohol is not great for your body. It's, in excess, it's not great for your skin. Getting great sleep, very important for your skin. Making sure your diet is packed with nutrients and healthy things. You're not eating tons of processed foods. You're not eating tons of sugar. You're eating a well-balanced, mostly whole food diet that gives you lots of nutrients and minerals, etc. And really, really important is hydration. You want to make sure your body is hydrated, because the skin, if it's not hydrated, it's not going to look youthful and vibrant and fresh. So those are kind of like your basic starting points. Next level starting point, and I would say this is equally as important as lifestyle aspects, it comes down to sun protection. There's no greater accelerator of skin aging at the structural level and the visual level than sun. Sun creates tons of free radicals in the skin, which break down the DNA. It causes direct thinning of the collagen and breakdown of the elastin of the skin, so that causes the skin to no longer look as supple and as firm as it did before. It also stimulates melanogenesis, which is the creation of pigment, so you get discoloration in the skin. The net effect is your skin is going to look dull, it's going to look weathered, it's going to have more pigments and sun damage, both in terms of broken capillaries, which are red pigment, inflammation from all the free radical damage, as well as pigmentation in the form of brown spots. So that's sun. That component has to be directly addressed with a broad spectrum daily sunscreen that you wear before you leave the house every single day. These are all sort of starting points towards great skin. Now let's talk about vitamin C. So there's a lot of very important components to skincare. It's not just one, but vitamin C is definitely one of them. And what vitamin C basically does is sort of this like multi-hitting category. It's actually utilized in a lot of different ways throughout the body, and the skin being another organ, it's not that surprising that it's also utilized in a beneficial way in the skin. What does it do in the skin? Well, it does a few really important things. It's directly involved in the production of collagen. Collagen is what the actual skin is made of, so it is an essential ingredient in the collagen production. And as you know, with aging, collagen production decreases, so doing things that are going to stimulate collagen are very important. It works at the molecular level to not only stimulate collagen, but it functions as a building block of collagen production, so it's working at the cellular level as well as the structural level. It also has a very, very powerful anti-inflammatory impact, which decreases the inflammation of the skin, which inflammation reduction causes decrease in redness. It also causes decrease in pore cloggage, which can, when the skin gets inflamed, it gets swollen, and swollen skin can cause the pores from being backed up, and as a result, you get a dilated, broadened, and a larger pore. So it helps in that regard directly and indirectly. It also has a direct effect on melanogenesis, which is the production of melanin in the skin. So you're decreasing the production of melanin, therefore decreasing decreasing the brown pigmentation on the skin. And all around, it creates a glow and a brightness to the skin as a result of a lot of these functions. So when you think about what things you should include in a skincare regimen, I would definitely put vitamin C in there as a foundational and a very, very important ingredient in a skincare regimen. In fact, in the Karam MD line that I developed basically to take all the thinking out of trying to decide what things you should be doing, it's Karam MD Trifecta is a 3-step process. And after the step with rinse, which is the gel-based mildly foaming cleanser, step 2 is quench, which is the vitamin C. I decided to make this its own dedicated step because of all the things that we just talked about. This is a compound of 3 different vitamin C's that are highly, highly absorbent and highly effective, but also included in this is a number of different anti-inflammatory components that help decrease inflammation and increase absorption over time. And then also in Illuminate, which is that all-in-one product, which has like 14 different things. Remember I said vitamin C is an important single ingredient, but there's a lot of other things that you need like retinol, niacinamide, growth factor, peptides, moisturizer, lipid complex, squalene, all these other things that also have effects similar to the ones that I just mentioned as part of vitamin C. You want to be able to get all that synergy together and activate the skin to get that beautiful bright glow and luminosity that we all want with aging. The trifecta is just my version of making it life simple for all of you. Now you can all go out and get all the things that I just mentioned or all the ingredients on there. It just would take 8 or 10 different products and steps to be able to do that, and I wanted to make it very, very simple to do. But suffice to say, I'm a big believer in vitamin C. I believe it's imperative in any kind of daily skincare regimen, and I've done a lot of discussions about that through these videos to highlight the importance of that. The other thing with vitamin C that's nice is it's generally good for all skin types, oily or dry or any other skin type, and it's also good for sensitive skin. But again, sometimes, and this is where it gets a little tricky, sometimes if you use a higher concentration vitamin C and you use it once a day, because a lot of them call out for using it once a day, too much vitamin C on the skin sometimes can make it a little sensitive, especially on the neck skin. And that's why with Quench, we did this as an AM, PM type of thing, so we can use microdosing to get a little bit more overall dosage into the skin, but break it up into morning and evening so that it has that type of absorbency and utilization. Because just like if you take oral vitamin C too much at one time, you're going to overcome the amount that it can be used, and as a result, you're going to end up wasting the vitamin C, or in this case, in the skin, it begins to react to it and it doesn't like it. So these are some basic things just to keep in mind as you're searching for vitamin C to include in your skincare regimen. For more information about the trifecta, you can check out karammbskin.com. Jot down any questions you have in the comments below. I'll try to get to as many as you can. The topic of skin is one that I'm extremely passionate about because it is literally half of why somebody looks younger, and for many people, it is the one thing that you can actually do to control the aging process, whereas the sagging and all the other things that happen that I fix surgically, I can't, no one can control it. We just have to react to it. Here, you can actually be proactive and decrease the skin aging with all the things that I mentioned up front from a lifestyle and sun protection point of view, but in addition to what you do on your skin on a daily basis, which are really the foundation of what you should be thinking about regularly. So if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel because there's going to be more information like this coming your way. Also like it, comment, and share it so we can get this information out to as many people as possible. All right, guys, thanks so much for your time and interest. And if there's other topics you'd like to learn more about, drop me a comment and I'll make sure that I make a video out there for you so you can stay informed. All right, thanks so much.